discipline. If it was discipline, it would be edifying. Discipline is something you do to improve yourself. With punishment, these coworkers are being written up on ridiculous things. The people that have been here for many years doing good work, or people who are new and have never done anything wrong except trying to be safe at work, or gotten sick, or had to take care of ill children, family members to take care of. It's so frustrating. In one meeting, the manager was cooperative, was reasonable, and we were able to take away a discharge, a firing. But the firing based on an accumulation of hits on the record for just being sick or dealing with sick children and documenting it, being hurt, and having to cope with that. So it was refreshing today for me as a union rep to deal with a manager, not a mismanager, but somebody who was reasonable. I'll take that as a victory, but it is really not, because we need to have full-time jobs for all CTA workers. We need to have paid leave. CTA workers need to be working, or all of us, frankly, need to be working at a 4-day work week, same pay. People are so stressed out and trying to just stay above water. So many CTA workers live in poverty. I mean, not necessarily abject poverty, but some dealing with homelessness, some are dealing with severe stress from injuries and assaults that they've suffered at work. I have one member that I'm dealing with, and the managers hate him, and they pick on him instead of the others, or not instead of, but they let things slide, which they should. We're human. Treat people with respect, but for some reason there's no exception. There's no exception for him.
Irving Park is next.
As a manager, you are a mismanager if all you can do is write people up and make them afraid. You're not going to have a good shop. You're not going to run a good terminal or garage if the workers are scared and walking on pins and needles. And that's what they're doing, especially at Kim's shop. Fortunately, when I went to Kimball's shop, they did not kick me out. So I think they're getting the point about my unfair labor practice charge. So there was no police. So I didn't have to deal with police today. I didn't have to deal with being kicked out. So that was relatively pleasant. But, the CTA is a union-busting company. They busted our unions, for sure. So when someone like myself and other stewards start speaking up, they try to make it a point to punish us, to humiliate us, to make the other workers afraid. Fortunately, it's not working because, me and others were fighting back, but it hurts the workers. The CTA service will continue to languish as long as workers suffer in these poor working conditions. The operators have too many trips. The mechanics, we don't have the tools we need. The servicers, there's too few. You You got 8-car trains and you only got 2 servicers to clean the train. Give me a break.
Doors open on the right at Edison.
It's just, janitors doing multiple stations, power washing the stations once a year. Give me a break. It has to be done every week. Trackmen, full-time temporary trackmen. Give me a break. How can you be full-time and temporary? You're working over 40 hours. Full-time temporary flag. We got clerks and other workers working on midnights and PM shifts. They don't get any night premium. You should be paid extra when you work overnight. That's giving up your life force. October 6th, Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. Show up at the West Loop Library. Me and other CTA workers, with the help and support of the Fix the CTA campaign and Chicago Transit Justice Coalition, we're speaking out. We're telling you and other co-workers and riders about our working conditions. What is it like to work at the CTA? How do we suffer? Why are we suffering? What's the reason that the CTA is failing as a public transit agency? We, the workers, have the solution. We really do. So come on out October 6th and hear us and ask questions and question us. Look forward to it. Your co-workers, even if you're fired or retired, you are welcome.